Thank you very much and very good afternoon to you all for the privilege to be here again, once again. Indeed, it's another day to go through the markets and enjoy what there is to benefit. And today it's another day when we can actually go through it and enjoy every bit of details there is in the market. Thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate your presence. Hope your portfolios are doing well and all your stocks are jumping. From what I see, it's still the penny stocks that are flying and many are making money out of it. Congratulations if you are joining for the first time. And of course, if your portfolio is doing well, congratulations, especially if it's well and properly diversified. Thank you very much for joining. Very good afternoon to you all. Now let's go ahead and see what's happening in the markets, talking about the top gainers as usual. But before we do that, do what we usually do best, which is to share this live session, like the live session, and also give gifts as often as you will. Thank you very much, Atkins. I see your gifts there. Let's keep going. I hope your Qtix is making you smile, and of course, all of the other penny stocks that you have, all of them are doing fantastic, and hope you are making money. On TikTok, I published a video about our discussions in April when Mrs. Okonkwo called in and complained about her Ella Lakes not moving. As at that time, Ella Lakes was around 3 naira per share. That video has now been shared on TikTok and was about being shared on Instagram before I came on live. It will also be shared there and on YouTube eventually. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all of you who are doing well. Already I'm seeing your good reports coming from Doniazi. He says the 4 stocks I recommended here 2 months ago is over 130%. Congratulations on your recommendations. Let's go on to see the top gainers for the day. As usual, we deal with the top 10 gainers on our list, and today we'll see through the help of stock bubbles to go and see what's happening with these stocks. I'll refresh this so we can see the latest as regards the top gainers for the day, right? Okay, let's see what happens. The site is about refreshing. Hopefully it does very quickly, and then we go on to the top gainers. But before then, while we are waiting for that update, there is a market update regarding yesterday's performance. Equity investors gained about 379 billion in the course of yesterday's trading, and a lot of these big stocks were making moves. As you know, Qtix, Ella Lakes, all of them were making 10% gains on the day, and it amounted to a trading activity with volumes jumping to 1.04 billion shares traded, nearly double the 527 million shares traded the previous day. That's how busy our stock market has become. And then it will interest you to note that Jaiz just recently published their full year results. What we have is that they announced their audited accounts, and it is reflecting a profit after tax of 23.48 billion naira. That's about 109% growth when compared to the 11.24 billion declared full year ended December 31st, 2023. So Jaiz Bank is justifying the good progress it is making, even as reflected in its stock price, while we monitor. The non-interest financial institution on the exchange reported 24.4 billion profit after tax in 2024, representing 121%. So revenue growth 109%, profit after tax growth 121%. That's a fantastic performance by Jaiz Bank over there. All right, and then another news I have for you is that GT Bank is going to be raising $100 million selling shares in the UK. So it's looking like there may not be any activity going on in terms of public offer and rights issue in Nigeria. So in order to meet up the final capitalization, GT Bank may be going there in the UK to raise about $100 million. Okay, for your information, GT Bank is amongst the three banks that are listed on the London Stock Exchange, alongside with the likes of Seplat and Airtel. Okay, so we're trying to refresh and see what Stock Bubbles has for us regarding the top gainers for the day. And while we are still waiting on that, I think I can go on to your comments, and if possible, get the likes of Maobi to come on board, and let's see. Keep your questions coming in right now. The floor is open. I'm new here. I would like you to put me through. I would like to start investing. All right. That's coming from, I'm going to go get Maobi to come on board. Maobi is my co-host as usual and a member of the Network Investors Club executives, right? And Yeti Berry. Let me get Maobi to respond to you while I try to work on other things to optimize our performance in today's live session. Hello, Maobi. Very good afternoon to you. Are you there?
Yeah, hello, coach. Good afternoon to you today.
All right. Can you please respond to Yeti Berry? She's new here, and perhaps we have more new entrants who may be interested in what you have to say. Are you there? Looks like we're having difficulties with the sound. Let's see if we can connect with Oremos if your sound is not clear enough. Hello, Professor Oremos, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, Atlas is on the line. Rax has a complaint, says it's taking too long for Atlas to fund my account. If you have made deposit, please indicate. Atlas, can you respond to Rax on the comment section while Oremos takes the floor? Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon to you, and it's good to have you here once again. Please, can you help us briefly go ahead and tell Yeti Berry how she can get started?
Okay, thank you, Coach, for this opportunity. Yeti Berry, you said you want to start buying stocks. First of all, in this explanation, I want to explain to you what it means to buy stock in the first place. Because when you have enough knowledge about what you are doing, you will be better placed to make informed decisions. So when we talk about buying stocks, we are talking about purchasing part of a company. So when you buy stock of MTN, for example, you become a part owner of MTN. And then the sole purpose of buying stocks is to make gains, to make profit, to make money. And then there are two ways through which we make money when we buy stocks. First is through capital appreciation. Of course, you are hearing Coach congratulating some of us who bought QTICs. So if you buy, for example, 3 naira, and then the price increases to 6 naira, the price has appreciated, and then you have made 3 naira gain. So that's one of the ways through which we make profit, we make gains when we buy stocks. Another way is through the payment of dividends. Because you are now a part owner of that company, when they make profits, they share the profits among the shareholders. So the profit that comes to you as a part owner is what is called dividends. So these are through which you can make passive incomes. Money will be coming often and on. And then in order for you to begin this journey, you need to do certain things, foundational things. These are prerequisites. The first is you need to get the requisite knowledge. And then Coach has, in his generosity, made it very, very easy for all of us here in this platform. You can go to his YouTube channel, then watch the helpful beginner videos. Those videos are wonderful, and then they can put you through, they can give you a wonderful footing to start. Secondly, you can also be coming online here on daily basis from Monday to Friday. Coach starts by 12 and then ends by 2. So by being here constantly, you will avail yourself of vital pieces of information, both about the Nigerian market and then also about the international market. And then another way is to join the Network Investors Club. If you chat Coach and on Instagram, he can send you the link to the group. These are where like-minded individuals, Coach is there, Maobi is there, and wonderful, enlightened individuals are there, rubbing minds together how to help each other grow in this market and then grow our net worth. So that is about acquiring the requisite knowledge. And then practically, when you need to start buying and selling, you now talk about the stockbrokers, because you need to buy and then you need to sell. So when it comes to stockbrokers are intermediaries, because you cannot go to MTN office and then buy their shares. They are intermediaries through which you can buy these shares. And these intermediaries are called the stockbrokers. And then Coach will often advise in his professional counsel, he will always advise that we go for Atlas Portfolio or Morgan Capital. Why? Because they offer real-time data transmission, and then their commission is also reasonable. So these are some of the advantages. There are also many others, but then these two are always recommended for us. And then my own little contribution is this: when you start, this is not a quick money-making scheme. You need to build patience. You need to buy patience. You need to be patient. Sometimes you do quickly and then you make millions, but then you need to be patient. So that is all. That is all.
Thank you very much, the prof himself. Appreciate your patience and time. Sorry about that, Maobi. We will still get you on board when the time comes. But we go ahead to respond to most of your questions. Ozogu Roderick says, good afternoon, Coach. I am waiting for Atlas Portfolio's email for my account crediting. All right, I heard Coach saying something about GTB. How can I buy stock from the bank and like how much? Yeti Berry is asking. Please go ahead, Prof. She's had another question saying, how can I buy stocks from the bank?
From the bank. Okay, I think it's one of the things I said earlier. I said you cannot buy the stocks from the banks. If you want to buy the stocks, then you need to make use of those who are called the stockbrokers. As I said earlier, there are intermediaries through which you can buy these stocks. So if you want to buy the stocks, what you need to do is to register with any of the stockbrokers. And then, as I said earlier, two of them are usually recommended by Coach. The first is Atlas Portfolio, but then the second, which is Morgan Capital. These two are very similar because they offer similar. Their platform is almost the same. So if you want to buy, you have to register with any of these. And then how to go about it is to go to Coach in his Instagram account, tell him that you need the link to any of these stockbrokers, and then he will give you the link. Then you charge them up, get connected to them, and then you take it up from there. So that is how to buy the stocks. It's very easy. Very easy.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate. We go on from there. All right. Keep your comments coming in. I have Darren Fagbure says, I welcome everyone to invest in the stock market. I bought FTN Cocoa at 28 Kobo. Can you imagine that? 28 Kobo. And what do we have? FTN Cocoa today is selling for over 4 Naira per share. She must have bought it some years ago when it was really abandoned. And sometimes the stock market can reward your patience. Now, currently 26 million shares bidded for, 0 offers, 4 Naira 86 Kobo. To show you how strong the interest is in this stock, the highest bidder is placing 4 million bids at 4 Naira 86 Kobo, which is the highest price for the day that it can attain. And immediately after that person, another 1 million bids at the same price, right? So for the highest price for the day that it can attain, FTN Cocoa has about 6.4 million bids at that highest price. That's how hot this very stock has suddenly become, right? Okay, keep your comments coming in. Make sure you are tapping this, power tapping the screen severally, because that way you are getting to reach out to more people. And of course, keep giving gifts. All of those screen actions will definitely bring more people involved that may not know, just as we have explained to Yeti Berry. Coach, what stocks do you recommend for a newbie? Fidelity Bank is there. You can jump in right away. All of the stocks we are recommending are now on full bid. Let's see if QTix is available. Congratulations to all of those who showed faith in QTix, and now it's rewarding you for your confidence in that stock. QTix, 4 naira 28 kobo as we speak. This was a stock that was available for under 3 naira in a couple of weeks ago. Well, currently 4 naira 28 kobo, up from the 3 naira 96 kobo yesterday it closed. So even if you bought tip yesterday, you are up 10% as we speak, or something close to that. All right. Currently, the offers are more than the bids, but it continues to gain and stay above 4 naira, which is a strong impression there. 17.8 million bids for QTix versus 8 million offers. 17.8 million offers versus 8.1 million bids. What about Afri Investor app and Bamboo app? Are they a trusted stockbroker? Jason Momoa, Jason, you've been a part of this live stream several times. I'm surprised you are asking a question like this. We can't say much. If you are happy with any broker you use now, that's fine. Coach, what is driving Japan Gold up, or should I buy some more? Well, somehow, some way, something artificial or maybe really behind the scene is driving the price up. All we heard most recently is that Japan Gold was proceeding to raise their share capital from 40 billion to 100 billion. That will mean doing some kind of offers, whether it's public offer, rights issue, or private placement. However it is, Japan is about to dilute their existing shares more for a better chance to mine minerals. You know, they are into solid mineral mining right now. That's what informed the change of their name from Japan Maritime Services to Japan Gold. Hi, Coach. Please talk about UPDC REIT. If you have been here before, you've heard me talk about UPDC REIT. I don't know what else to say other than that it's a real estate investment trust, and currently it's down to 6 naira 45 kobo from the 6 naira 50 kobo it closed yesterday. And all of those kind of stocks will need time for it to gain momentum. As for now, all eyes are fixed on capital gains stocks, and currently it's the penny stocks that are driving capital gains. As we speak, more than 1 million QTix has just been traded before my very eyes. Coach, I heard someone say VFD has reflected in their portfolio. I am yet to get mine. Wema as well. Well, Atlas is on the comment section. Perhaps they will explain better regarding that. Atlas, please can you say a word about VFD Group? How do we go about getting it reflected in our portfolios? Talking about the bonus shares and also the Wema rights issue that was completed. Has allotment started? Maybe we'll find out. Please, Coach, is Charms okay to buy, and what rate? Osita Lawrence, Charms is okay to buy. All right, let me see what rate it is right now. Charms currently at, just give me a minute. Charms is currently at 2 naira 41 kobo as we speak, up from the 2 naira 34 kobo it closed yesterday. And bid and offer status, 10 million bids versus 1.7 million offers. So obviously the bids are far more than the offers. That means price could continue to appreciate. Currently 25 million shares traded, valued at 60 million naira. Coach, please, my uncle bought Dunlop since, and how can we get the stock back? I think Dunlop is delisted. I do not think it was acquired and sold. There may not be a way out for Dunlop itself. CNI leasing is trying to gain today, but not much attention, though 3.8 million shares traded. The offers are more than the bids, 3.5 million offers versus 1.8 million bids, right? Okay, we are currently working on getting the bonus shares credited into our client portfolio. That's coming from Atlas. So all Atlas investors who use Atlas as their brokers, you've heard from the horse's mouth, right? They are working on getting the portfolios credited with your bonus, 5 for 1. I'm sure that was the reason why a lot of offloading of VFD took place in the last couple of days. But you know one thing with this kind of stocks, when they start somersaulting back upwards, you will almost want to regret why you even sold, right? VFD currently 4.6 million bids versus 2 million offers, and the price 14 naira per share, the same price it closed yesterday. So no pressure yet on the buyers, even though the bids are more than the offers, right? Okay, can I buy CWG? Alawode Adetayo. CWG is now experiencing some form of pullbacks after the astronomical rise from 9 naira to about 14 naira plus yesterday. Though it closed at about 14 naira 45 kobo yesterday, it's now pulling back currently at 13 naira 80 kobo. So it's a natural processes that these stocks go through in the course of building their share price, right? 1,046,000 offers versus 527,000 bids. So it's obvious that the bids are less than the offers, and so CWG is now pulling back. A lot of people are taking profits as usual. Okay, that's bid and offer status for Vitafoam. Just a moment, let me refresh. All right, CWG 3.5 million bids versus 6 million offers. So the offers are more than the bids. Like I said, those who bought at 9 naira and below may just be trying to offload to take profit, because when you put short-term funds into a stock, you want to benefit quickly by selling at profits, quick profits. I'm seeing a lot of Cadbury being sold. This is like 1 million Cadbury. Somebody just bought 1 million Cadbury at 47 naira 95 kobo per share. This is the Cadbury that was most recently selling at 38 naira per share. If not this week, last week. What do we have now? It's gained almost 10 naira already in profit. All right, so let's keep making money this year. It can only get better, trust me. We go ahead onto some of your other comments. Same VFD group dropped below 1350 a few days ago. Yes, that's one thing with the market. If you see opportunities, you strike, and that's why you need a very good broker, so you can be able to see these opportunities and not just be watching a screen that is static in the name of an app. All right, ladies and gentlemen, top shoemaker in Lagos says, I chatted Atlas privately and the account details to pay into was sent to me via DM. Can I pay? Well, Atlas is on the screen here. If you use their WhatsApp platform, why not? Coach, please, I have been trying to buy Morrison on Bamboo on AfroInvest, but it keeps failing. Winifred Agbodike, why of all stocks are you going to go for, what do you call it, Morrison? That's a very old stock that I can't even remember when last I checked on it. Morrison. I'm trying to check if I can find it on the equities board so I can give you an update. Please be careful what stocks you are buying unless you are very convinced and you have very good information about it. Morrison is not even, has not been traded for God knows how long. Is it you that put in a bid at 1,000 bids, 1,000 units at 2 naira 96 kobo, or the 49,000 bids at 2 naira 95 kobo? If you are the person, then just be safe, because this is a very illiquid stock. As we speak, no trade has happened since market opened about 2 hours 30 minutes ago, and we are seeing 50,000 bids versus 0 offers. So even if you manage to buy this kind of stock, how can you cope with selling it when you have to? This is a very illiquid stock. And besides, when last did they publish their financial results for you to take a look and be sure that you are buying a good stock? Okay, Chiamaka says, Coach, CWG is retracing. Should I sell? How much did you buy? And why did you buy? Did you buy for short-term trades, or you bought for long-term fundamental reasons? The same question is coming from Gracias. Should we sell CWG now, Coach? I do not give calls for trading. So if you bought to buy and sell almost immediately, then it's your call to make. So you may go ahead, proceed, and do just that. But my recommendation of CWG is for a much longer term. And so if you see it retrace, it's normal. Like I said, everybody needs to get used to the stock market. When the market retraces just after a sudden leap, it's normal. That's when a stock, retraces. It's normal. It will, because you have short-term traders who buy to sell at 1 naira gain or even 50 kobo gain. So when that happens, it doesn't mean that things have suddenly gone bad. These are fundamentally sound stocks that if you are patient enough to wait long enough, you make a whole lot of money. The same CWG that you are threatening to sell now at 13, you didn't sell at 14, right? Because it was still running then as at yesterday. Now, imagine after you sell at 13, it jumps to 17. At least I gave a fair valuation of CWG to be around 17, and it's not anything near that even. So you may decide now based on the information I have furnished you with. In the end, you are the CEO of your portfolio, right? As long as you are in gains and you are excited and happy with your profit, it's good to sell if you have to, not a problem. All right? Okay, so we continue on this as we proceed. Stock to buy for long term apart from charms and banking sector, DJ Emega. Okay, long term stocks apart from banks. All right, let's take a look. Have you had any of the agricultural stocks yet? Agri sector stocks like livestock. Livestock is still available. It has not a fantastic financials to really compel someone to buy, but guess what? Academic Press. I did a research amongst the 3 press companies, talking about Academic Press, Learn Africa, and what do you have? University Press. Printing presses are also quoted companies in the stock exchange, like we have 3 of them in Nigeria. And I did a comparative analysis of the 3 listed printing presses in the stock exchange. And I found out amongst the 3, the best is Academic Press, based on the latest quarter results and maybe full year results. So you have University Press currently at 6 naira, having gone from 5 naira 54 kobo. Current bid and offer status reflects 1.2 million bids versus 1.6 million offers. So the offers are slightly more than the bids, but it's still gaining at 6 naira per share from the 5 naira 54 kobo. It closed yesterday. That's talking about University Press. The other press company, because when you are comparing companies, if you are trying to analyze, you want to take a look at companies in the same sector. The other press company is Learn Africa. Learn Africa currently at 5 naira 54 kobo, same price. It closed yesterday, 2.3 million bids versus 1.9 million offers. And amongst them, the best is Academy Press, based on per share earnings and all of that. Currently 5 naira 61 kobo. That's the highest it can gain for the day, considering the fact it closed yesterday at 5 naira 10 kobo. Coach, talk about Guinea Insurance. It's a good stock to buy for long term now. Benjamin Bolaji, Guinea Insurance is a baby penny stock in the insurance sector that you want to tread cautiously with, though it could have very good upsides if you buy under 1 naira per share. I go on to see how much it is right now. Well, that was the stock yesterday Alhaja Nafisa called in to ask about, and I told her to hold it until it crosses 1 naira. Guess what? As at yesterday, it was at 8. It opened at 81 or 82 kobo or something like that, and then was selling for 90 kobo. Now today, having closed at 90 kobo yesterday, it's at 99 kobo per share. So it's continually driving upwards as expected. So she's going to make more money if she waited, and hopefully she's going to sell above 1 naira when the time to, pull the trigger to sell eventually comes. So currently, 18 million bids, 0 offers. They've traded just 6 million shares of it, and it continues to climb. 99 kobo per share, just 1 kobo remaining for it to hit 1 naira per share. Hopefully it does, maybe tomorrow. Obviously, with the demand, if sustained, it should hit 1 naira. Like I said, under 1 naira is a better buy. While we were yet talking, I saw that Cadbury continues to climb. Somebody just offloaded or bought at about 48 naira before it reversed back to 47.70. Cadbury is almost clearing off the way. So the least you can buy Cadbury right now on the offer side is 48 naira 30 kobo. So that's what I have to say about Guinea Insurance. Louisa Oge says Academy Press is on full bid. Absolutely, it deserves even more than just a full bid because that stock is really, really fantastic. I tried to bid for some to get some this morning before coming on live because I actually concluded that research, that comparative analysis just before the live session. All right, it's currently doing a maximum 10%, and guess what? It's now shooting above the 52 weeks high. Usually, sometimes when some stocks begins to hit the 52 weeks high, it means a new high may just be in the offing, just about to happen. Can you imagine that Academy Press, the least it sold for in the last 1 year was 1 naira 79 kobo. Can you imagine that? In the last 52 weeks, that's 1 year ago. Within the last 1 year, somebody actually bought that stock less than 2 naira. And now we are having it on full bid at 5 naira 61 kobo. And it's looking like the interest can only keep building. In any case, if you need this stock now, I do not think it will sell below 561. That's 5 naira 61 kobo. So you may want to put your bid and wait and see. Sales will still go on. Currently, just about 433,000 shares have been traded. Good afternoon, Coach. Please, Atlas has not released my account details yet, and it's over 78 hours. Emperor Moprito, Atlas is on the comment section. What you can do is just type your full name and tag them. They will respond to you. School will resume. They will make profit. Press Industries. Oh, gracias. You have a very good idea of how it works. Well. They have even diversified beyond just depending on schools. If you check through some of their annual reports, I can tell you, for instance, let me even go on to check some more details about Academy Press. For example, why it rates higher for me. I may not be able to run through the comparative analysis for all of them yet, But the interesting thing is that their revenue, can you imagine, press printers and all of those companies are generating billions as well, 4.59 billion naira. And that is more than the market capitalization of the stock. 4.5 billion naira revenue, right? The others are even making losses. But Academy Press, at just 5 naira, is still making profits, earnings per share of 1 naira 59 kobo. Now, can I tell you this? That's the same, about even more than the earnings per share of a stock like TIP. TIP is earning less. Let me just check and be accurate, just in case, right? I'll call on the details of TIP right now from my system and check for you. That's why we are here. We do incisive analysis, unbiased analysis. I know they are not in the same sector, okay? All right, TIP is earning slightly above TIP is earning slightly above Academy Press. TIP's earnings per share is currently 1 naira 83 kobo, and then Academy's earnings per share is 1 naira 59 kobo. Very, very close. Less than 30 kobo earnings per share difference. And yet TIP is already at 9 naira something, while Academy Press is at 5 naira 61 kobo. Perhaps the market may just be realizing the disparity. Whoa, Cadbury, someone has just bought a block transaction of 48 naira 30 kobo, and that means Cadbury is going to close at 48 no matter what happens today, because that block transaction has sailed through, and now we can see Cadbury at 48 naira 30 kobo per share. Wow, 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 wow. And ladies and gentlemen, Cadbury goes on full bid. I told you earlier, the offers were few. Surprisingly, people are mounting up bids. Now, 3.8 million bids, 0 offers. Can you beat that? So, Academy Press quietly is doing a lot of money. And you know, printing presses are one of the most efficient businesses. You know what? Once they get their machines in place, they don't need to buy too many equipment. Now, that's one advantage that they have. And so all they need to do is just spread their tentacles to increase the number of transactions, or what you call contracts they can get. As many printing contracts they can get, and then they scale up production. That's it. That's all. So they will just keep minting money. It's almost like printing money on paper, you know. So not too many overheads, continue to use. And then in this era of industrialization, AI, technology, and all of that, there are so many ways to continue to produce more with less workforce. So there you go. I have another one for you. It's called Academy Press. And so I'm mentioning Academy Press for the first time because I did a proper due diligence on this. How long it will take for them to now shell out some of the stocks so we can all buy, I do not know. But the numbers I'm seeing is very interesting, because I'm seeing that they grew their earnings per share by 1,573%, and their free cash flow is 183 million. Okay. The most catchy part of it is that they are generating more revenue than the market capitalization, which means the market has not valued it well enough. Not necessarily, but it's obvious. And to generate 4.5 billion and then have net income of 1.2 billion tells me some level of efficiency, like I told you, not too much spent, because 1.2 billion naira retained as net income from 4.5 billion is a whole lot if you compare it to so many other stocks. And then take a look at the PE ratio, very little, 3.21x, right? So it's a matter of Academy Press being available for companies, for investors to buy. Like I said earlier, beyond just publishing books, for schools and all that, it will interest you to note that they also produce calendars, they produce annual reports, right? So the more companies getting listed on the stock exchange, the more annual reports to be printed. You get the point now? They also produce diary, which is a regular occurring need. Every year there is new diaries to be produced. And then there are so many, there are label segments in their business where they produce labels for all sorts of companies. Then apart from the novel fictional books that they also publish, and then some other commercial products like brochures, flyers, business cards, posters, banners. Remember, all these election banners and all those things, they are not left out in these things, right? So the most lucrative offers are available for them as they continue to spread their tentacles. Now, they also produce tags for branded envelopes, cosmetics and beauty packaging, promotional packaging, digital signage, printing, so many opportunities to make money. So when you hear press, university press, academic press, the first thing we think of is books, which is okay, but they've gone so far, much more than we are even thinking. So tell me why they won't generate even much more revenue, right? Coach, could you explain why academic press balance sheet is what? In negative. Okay, let's go and check that out right now. Balance sheet for academic press. Just a moment, trying to call up. Is this? I'm still on the income statement. Hold on a bit. Balance sheet. Okay. All right. Cash equivalents, cash growth, cash and short-term investments, 940 million, almost a billion. It depends on what statement you are looking at right now, because I'm looking at the full year 2025, ended March 31st, 2025. Full year 2025, there's a cash growth of 293%. Total current assets, okay. Total assets is 4 billion. Let's see, total current liabilities, and then total assets is for academic press. Total assets is 4 billion. Total liabilities is 2.5 billion. So it can't be on negative, because your balance sheet size is a matter of your net worth, which is the total assets minus the total liabilities. And if I do that, I will be getting over 2 billion. So it's not a negative. What I'm seeing as negative is minority interest. And what do you have there again? I saw something else which is negative, which is normal, because that's an expense that has to be made. Hold on a bit. Minority interest, 70 million. Net cash debt, 10 million. 10.54 million. Net cash. So it's a debt classified under total debt and so on and so forth. But the long and short of it is they do not have a negative balance sheet. Balance sheet, I mean. Balance sheet. Yes, I'm looking at the balance sheet. What year is that? Total assets 4 billion, total liabilities 2.5 billion. Whoa, Roll says it seems someone just dumped tip. Tip that was trading at 10. Let's see. Whoa, that must have been a heavy dumper. My God, 8 naira 90 kobo all the way down. Goodness gracious. And suddenly, tip is is what? 314,000 bids versus 674,000 offers. Now, this is why I tell us to slow down in jumping into stocks that are running. What? tip is being cleared off, and somebody is still mistakenly buying at 10 naira 45 kobo, whereas they have dumped all the way down to 8 naira 80 kobo. Goodness gracious. This is why you should not use apps that do not give you real time. See, someone is still bidding 10.45, whereas 8 naira 80 kobo has been actually a price. All right, I still can't trade on Atlas. Have done everything needed to do. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Hey, it's Kaka. What's the challenge? Have you gone through the video on how to navigate the site? Please let me know. I need to respond to this very fast. Wow, that person must have bought tip at 2 naira or something like that. Person dumped massively. What a dump. Goodness me. If you follow me, you will learn a lot of life lessons. These stocks are not running away. You will still meet them here. So it's better you don't chase after too many stocks so that you don't get your fingers burnt, right? Tip was flying all the way, and so many people were chasing it, buying at 10 naira 45 kobo, 10 naira 60 kobo, and so on. Suddenly, we are having tip being dumped at 8 naira 80 kobo, and then somebody still went in and put in, okay, they are trying to prop it up. Well, this is the time when the heavy pullback comes up. If you are not following me, you are losing money. I hope you understand that. Does coach know we can't hear him anymore? Oh my God. Really? You can't hear me on TikTok? Wow. This is serious, right? Okay. Let's get something done so that you can perhaps hear me much clearly. Sorry about the mix-up. Yes, I've watched. Okay, I can't know. Then it's somebody else's challenge. If you can't hear me, then the challenge is from you. In any case, let me see how I can improve. They've been working on live on YouTube. They are not done yet, so I'll just go ahead with this. We're getting to that time when we'll start receiving most of your calls. I can hear you. Okay, thank you very much. Coach, I have 130K, but everything is on full bid. Should I chill or go in on something? Tijani Ibrahim. Honestly, everything has been going on full bid ever since. And we can only but hope that it gets better. Let's see what happens all the way up here. Sometimes, that's why sometimes you can just put in your bids and you might just be lucky. Somebody just blessed some people in tip, selling down to 8 something. So this market, do not rush over anything. Stay patient. Well, First Bank is there for you. I'm happy I told Mrs. Okonkwo to hold on with her WAPCO. That video is now on TikTok. It will soon be posted on Instagram after the live session when she complained about Ella, and she eventually sold that Ella, as she confirmed yesterday, but she was advised to keep her WAPCO, and today WAPCO is 91. I think that video was done in April, during one of our sessions in April, and WAPCO was around 80 or 85 or something like that, or 82. That was around when it just got up to 80, I think. Now WAPCO is 91 naira per share, gaining today 1.5 million shares traded, which is good. But everything is okay here on TikTok. Thank you very much. Really, really appreciate. So keep your feedbacks coming in. It will help me to adjust where necessary. I'm following you and I'm making real owo, not sharing though, real unkwa. I love the excitement there. Your volume is reducing. Really? There's nothing reducing here. Why? We are hearing you loud and clear. We on TikTok are good to go. All right. Thank you very much. Let's keep going. I can hear you clearly, loud and clear. Okay. Thank you for the feedbacks. I'm trying to scroll back to see some of the comments I might have missed out on. Well done, coach. Please, is International Breweries a good buy now? Wow, where were you when International Breweries was just a penny stock and struggling at around 5 naira per share? Currently, International Breweries, if I check, I'll let you know right now, surprisingly, it has shot up. Let's see where it is. Sorry, the 300,000 person, I'm still checking. You may want to check out Fidelity Bank. That's a good stock at the price it is. Still trying to call up International Breweries. There you go. International Breweries is now 15 naira 30 kobo. I am not sure this is the time to buy because can you see what the 1 year, can you imagine? International Breweries was 3 naira 68 kobo a year ago, or within the last 1 year, this stock was traded at 3 naira 68 kobo, currently 15 naira 30 kobo. If you ask me, it has gone too far for you to climb, right? Simi Lagos, you can hear me. Thank you very much. Allotted King, thank you very much for your feedback as well. So please be careful with International Breweries. I do not know if it may pull back before any form of any further ascendancy. Let's just be careful not to catch a falling knife because that's very dangerous. Currently, 1.5 million bids. In fact, do not buy at all. 1.5 million bids versus 4.5 million offers. So the offers are so much, you shouldn't be buying that right now. I remember name it at 2 naira 50 kobo not long ago. Currently, we are seeing it at 8 naira 49 kobo, and it's looking like it's not done yet. Why? The pharmaceutical industry, it is now time for the Nigerian pharmaceuticals to enjoy because all the foreign pharmaceuticals have left the scene and it's over to them to enjoy. Yes, have watched, okay, the YouTube video more than 10 times. Okay, which of the YouTube videos, yeah, it's Kaka, which of the YouTube videos did you watch? Is it the one long 1 hour or 15 minutes videos? If it's not those 15-minute videos, send me a DM. I'll forward the link to you. If it is, just confirm via DM. Remind me via DM so I can put you through. Good to enter tip now with the trace back. Yes, obviously. Most of my recommendations are for long term, and you will be amazed what happens with you. It's good to be patient, and now that it's down, it's good to begin to find a way to bid at that price of 880. Though those who use apps may continue to be looking at 970 and place a bid at 1045. And then sometimes I'm seeing that they are trying to prop it up. You will see little transactions of 200 shares, 100 shares, trying to bring it back up to 1045. But let's not be swayed. Okay, the bids are beginning to build up again. It's now, the highest bidder is now, excuse me, the highest bidder is now bidding at 9 naira 50 kobo, and the bids have slightly increased to 700,000 bids. So that sell down was massive, and that makes me believe there could be more. Currently, just 5.8 million shares traded. So that person might wait again for the bids to build up again, and then they sell down before we run out. By the way, tomorrow is Friday. It could even get lower. We don't know. We see how it goes. Okay, so I'm trying to scroll back up, but it's difficult to do that, so I can recall all your comments before the interruption with the sound that someone complained about. Please, if I have not responded to your message, retype or just copy and paste so it can come back up. Hi, coach. Is Bamboo and AfroInvest good for purchasing shares? Moses officials, they are all very good for purchasing shares. It depends on what you want. If you want quick and much lower transaction charges, then you want to look elsewhere. I can hear you clearly. Okay, these are all the old comments about the sound. Coach, please, what's good entry for Caverton? I currently do not have a good entry for Caverton because Caverton was not even good enough in my eyes when it was selling at 4 naira per share. Currently 7 naira or thereabouts. I know that what has fueled that is because of the talk about their foray into the marine business of building boats and all of those other opportunities they seem to be exploring. But It hasn't resulted in me believing that it should sell for the price it is selling now. You can have a problem with me being conservative, but that's the way to defend your capital. Listen, in this business, if you are just crazy about running after profit, you may end up losing your capital. It happens a lot of times, right? You want to set your sights on quality because the market anything can happen. See the way tip just dropped from 10.45 to 8 naira 80 kobo. That's the kind of market you are in, and you want to always be careful with the capital you have. There are two rules that is always talked about in this market. Rule number one, do not lose your capital. Rule number two, do not forget rule number one. Very neat. I think it's a simple rule to remember. So if you are here investing in the stock market, you want to be as conservative as possible, right? Abuja Baker says Cadbury stock is a babe. Come on now. Cadbury is hot, right? Suddenly, it's flying after we made that call. For me, the few we have spotted that are solid, even if there's a market downturn, you are confident that you are not threatened that you bought a weak stock because first off they are profitable, still in business, doing well, they will pay you dividend, and then when the market rebounds they'll be the first to recover very well, right? So this is why you need to be guided in making your choice. I was really surprised at hearing a request or a question about Morrison Industries. That was way back when we started. So be careful what you buy, but that is not to say, okay, TIP has, in spite of the efforts to try to prop it up, TIP has still sold less than yesterday's price, now 9 naira 50 kobo, and the bids have mounted to about 1 million bids. Well, for me, I will stick to 880 and wait because sometimes you have to be a good bargainer. Yes, I was talking about Cadbury. Let's go back and see what Cadbury is doing. We were just informed that Cadbury is a babe. Abuja Baker. That's quite hilarious, 9 million shares of Cadbury traded, 466 million spent. That's almost $500 million. And now Cadbury is on full bid. 4 million bids, 0 offers. Interesting, isn't it? Even if you bought Cadbury just on Monday when I talked about it and it was selling at 40 naira per share, you are up 8 naira per share in profit. Interesting, isn't it? All right, coach, please, is NSL Tech good stock to buy? The last time I checked the financials of NSL Tech, I wasn't impressed. It's a penny stock that people take advantage of when penny stocks are jumping up and down. In any case, if there are any recent developments, I will find out right now from the first quarter results if it is out. But the last time I checked the full year results, it wasn't something to gamble with. All right? So NSL Tech, excuse me, well, if we're going by the full year result, like I said, they made quite a huge revenue of 4.3 billion naira. But guess what? Net income was a loss. How do you make 4.3 billion naira revenue only to end up with 124 million naira loss? Something is not adding up in the financials. And this is how we invest. And this is why there's a difference between those who succeed in the stock market and those who don't. Hold on, let me call up the quarterly results. All right, maybe there could be a turnaround. And somehow, some way, this is how you also find a way to spot opportunities. But you've got to be patient until the market also comes to recognize that stock with you, right? Okay, still searching for more information. Let's go ahead and check. NSL Tech, right? Just a moment, a little bit of time. Still trying to spot it on various resource locations. Yes, so yesterday, NSL Tech closed at 66 kobo per share, currently 72 kobo and on full bid, 7.4 million bids. Now let's see what the first quarter result is because the full year 2024 result is dismal, right? Revenue is at quarter one 2025 revenue 1 billion. So if you annualize it, it will still mean they will make up to the 4 billion they made in 2024. Then first quarter 2024, still 1 billion. In fact, the full detail is 1 billion and 40 million first quarter revenue 2024. 2025 first quarter revenue 1 billion and 42 million. So the difference is just 2 million higher for first quarter result versus 2025 versus 2024 first quarter. That's not an improvement if you ask me, considering the effect of inflation. And this is where, as investors, we demand improvement in sales. Some of you are professionals. You are working in establishments where they give you targets. You can't be doing the same thing you did last year, the same numbers you did last year. No, it's not acceptable. Especially for those of us who worked in the bank. You can't continue. There has to be an improvement because you are fighting inflation. How do you fight inflation if you are generating the same revenue as of last year, right? Just 0.13% increase in revenue. But let's see if they manage their cash very well, it may just improve their performance. Gross profit, first quarter 2024 is 431 million compared to 528. So a little improvement there from the first quarter compared between 2025 and 2024. But again, this is the problem. Net income is a loss. First quarter 2024 net income was a loss of 33 million. Then first quarter 2025 net income is another loss of 36 million. The loss is even increasing. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I stopped there. Right? That's enough. As far as NSL Tech is concerned, the health of the company is not fantastic. Please invest wisely. That's a gamble, and you don't want to gamble. Unless you are very good in trading and you want to chase and chase, because currently, if you look at bid and offer, that's why you don't depend on bid and offer status. You have to go and find out what's happening with these companies. 7.4 million bids versus 0 offers, creating the impression that it is in high demand. Currently 5.8 million shares traded. It doesn't mean if you buy, you will not make profit. That's not what it means. There is a tendency that if you are just strictly following technical analysis, the technical charts could show you that it can rise to 1 naira. The point is you now have to queue up to buy at 72 kobo and wait for it to rise to 1 naira. But guess what? If there is any market fluctuation, this stock will drop back to 50 kobo or something, and that wipes away your money. Basirat says, please coach, what do you think of Presco, Wema, Aradel, WAPCO? This cooling system is choking my nasal cavity. Sorry about that. Okay, so what I think about Presco, Wema, Aradel, WAPCO, hold all of them. If you do not have, buy all of them. They are solid stocks that will form a solid foundation in your portfolio, upon which you can now add a few penny stocks to help maybe fast track the growth of the portfolio from time to time, right? Coach, is crypto good for long-term investment? Kingswell, Oriako. One thing with crypto is to know when to enter. The best time to have entered crypto was just before Donald Trump was sworn in, and leave it alone. So for me, I'm passive with crypto. I invest in crypto and just dump it there. I know when to sell. So to your question, it's actually a good long-term investment. Most people who have lost money in crypto without being told, they've not told me before, but I can tell you why they lose money in crypto. They go and speculate about crypto to trade crypto. That's not how to do it. Go and find the template of MSTR, right? MSTR. Okay, Immaculate says, same sell down happened to Jaiz just now. Okay, let's check out what's on with Jaiz. Well, Jaiz is at 3 naira 20 kobo. So it doesn't look like it was that bad, right? When that result of Jaiz eventually circulates, I'm sure they will pay more attention to Jaiz. I won't forget Jaiz at 2 naira 45 kobo, and the moment after I spoke about it, boom, climbed above 3 naira. All right, we keep going. So most people lose money in crypto because they go there speculating as though it's a forex. You know, you make decisions. If I buy like this, it will jump to this, I will sell, and then they see it dropping. Crypto is something you invest long term and go away. That's what MSTR does. They stack up cryptocurrency. I mean, in fact, they stack up on Bitcoin over the years and just leave it, and then the value appreciates. But if you are quick looking for buying and selling, don't do crypto. You lose money. The chances are very slim. People make money doing that, but it's quite challenging. That's why a lot of people get their fingers burned in crypto. And I'd like you to know, before you even venture into crypto, do something tangible, which is stocks. You know why stocks is tangible? You are investing in a business. Listen, when you buy stocks, you are actually buying a business, an existing business that has employees that are manufacturing a product or rendering a service. For instance, NACO is in the services industry, right? So they render service in the domestic, in airports across the country. That's service. They have employees, they have an office, everything is going. Cadbury, they are manufacturers. Fast moving consumer goods manufacturing. That's what Cadbury does. And for that reason, you get a situation where there is a plant, there are machines, there are employees, and they distribute products manufactured. They are in business. So the next thing you need to do is check out these businesses, which one is profitable, because as an investor, you are looking to grow your money. So you need to put the money in businesses that are profitable. Can I tell you, not all companies listed on the stock exchange are profitable. Just like not all businesses you know in the world are profitable. So you do well, check for the profitable ones, put your money there. As they create value and make profit, your investment increases in terms of capital gains, and they also pay you dividend for those that pay dividend. Very simple. That's what we do in stocks. Now, you can't compare such. By the way, I didn't even mention the banks. The banks have branches, they have people employed, and they are servicing accounts and making money from them. Now, you can now compare such that you can see and feel. It was Peter Lynch who said, behind every stock is a company, is a business. Confirm, find out what that business is all about. Now, compare that to crypto. There's no office anywhere for anything, no produce, no service, no manufacturing, no employees, just digital assets whose value is determined by demand and supply. At some point, they will tell you the coins are running out, this is how money that is available, and so on. All those things. So anything can happen and everything disappears. You don't have anybody to hold. Do you get the point now? There is no financial report to tell you how Bitcoin is doing unless you invest in Bitcoin stocks. Now, stocks that mine Bitcoins. So please understand this reality that it's better to establish something tangible in stocks than you just put some money that you can let go in Bitcoin and leave it there. What I can assure you is Bitcoin continues to gain regulatory acceptance all across the world. And the more regulatory acceptance it gains, the higher the value. That's how to deal with crypto. I think that's enough said. We have now hit the 1 o'clock mark and even gone past, when the phone lines will now be open so that we can deal with your questions. First on the queue is Basirat.
Good good afternoon, coach.
Very
So
good
I have
afternoon. You
good
sound
afternoon. I've been trying to call in for like a while now.
you sound very excited. Good to
Yes,
hear
I'm
from you.
very
Tell us
excited.
your name and where you're
My
streaming
name is
from.
Basirat and I'm calling from Lagos.
Basira from Lagos, we are glad to have you. Go ahead. We are all
Okay, so
ears.
let me give you a backstory, right? So I found your Instagram page, I think about 3 months ago, and then I joined in. Before then, I've been budging my husband that let's open a stock account. We have to have a stock account. So I was like, I was like, no. Then finally, when I found, I was like, see evidence. People are saying we should go into stock, and then it was like, okay, fine, we're going to open one. Then we opened one, and I've been managing it since. So basically, I'm the one managing the finances of the family. And then
Awesome.
I got a few stock that you suggested, and then before you even suggested CWG, I kind of got it at 10 era about then, and then it went down. Anyways, to cut the long story short, we've been gaining, and then yesterday I came on your on live again, and you're like, oh, corporate companies can also you can also invest your company money if you have like free cash flow and all that. I was like, wait, because I have a farm, and I'm like, wait, we have free cash flow, we have excess. Why am I like just keeping this thing in? And then I opened stock account, and then that was why I was asking you about those 4 companies I listed: the Presco, Aradel, and oh yeah, so that's what I wanted to use that for. So I'm just calling to thank you for the work you do and for everything you've been doing. And thank you for also making me look good in front of my husband, because I'm telling him about the percentage that we're getting, and he has been very, what's it called, excited about everything. And thank you for making me a financial analyst of my family, because now I'm, I'm the family manager of the body. So yeah.
Awesome, awesome. You know what? The world rewards competence. When you show competence in a team, even a husband would never trusted you or didn't believe in you will suddenly believe. That's what we are made of. We want results, and where results continues to be produced, why not? Everybody loves a winner. So this is us talking to Basira, who is now the fund manager of her own family. Isn't that interesting? And of course, I can assure you that your value in the eyes of your husband just shot over the roof, right? That's
Thank
what we
you.
want to do. And as far as those stocks you mentioned are concerned,
Yes, sir.
it's a good peak, but there is it's I think there are times to get into them.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe there are stocks that you already own, but they are very good stocks.
I
You
own
just
them for the family, but for the company, I don't own them since I'm just starting for the company one.
okay. Since you are starting that or becoming common,
Yes.
this is awesome. Are you guys learning something at all? Because this is what I also teach companies. Do you know that you could build a portfolio for your company to the extent that you don't struggle about paying things like salaries? You could just continue to make so much money from the invested funds, you don't
Mhm.
struggle with capital at all. So this is a whole new level you are getting into right now. And
Thank
I'm
you.
here to hear about your success. In any case,
Amen.
those companies you are looking to buy, I
Mm.
think maybe we should take another look at it. What you can do for me, send me a DM on Instagram so we
Okay.
can explore when you can enter. Because as long as well the family portfolio is progressing now,
Mm.
hopefully even the company portfolio will be properly managed to the extent you will not have any regrets whatsoever. You are a genius wife.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
We
Thank
are
you.
more than excited, in fact. And can I assure you now, you have just inspired a listener. There are about 327 listeners on TikTok and about 66 on Instagram. Most of them are women. I assure you, you just become an inspiration to someone there. This is what we are all about. Thank you very much, Basira. All right. Did you hear that? I see all the comments there, right? Interesting. Which stock can we buy and hold for long? Well, I've been saying Fidelity. I've also been saying Charms and so on. Maobi is updating us right now that Charms keeps running new 52 weeks all-time high of 2 naira 57 kobo. Where are the Chamas? Oh my God, it's working for all the penny stocks right now. And just imagine it keeps rising and it gets to 3 naira, and then the rights issue comes out for you who are already having Charms at 1 naira 70 kobo. What a deal! What a fantastic buy! Can you imagine? This is why we say stay patient. Charms is on full bid, 17 million shares on bidded for 0 offers. Where are the Chamas? Ayowale say we are the Chamas. Wow, we are making money this year. Can you see that? This is simply amazing. Somebody just dumped a heavy bid on Charms there he placed 5 million bids on Charms. He's bidding for 5 million Charms and he's the highest bidder. So if you want to buy Charms, that man must finish. Wow, they've cleared it. Goodness gracious. They've cleared the 5 million offer and bids immediately. What? Wow. A lot is going on in the market, ladies and gentlemen. I will not take too much of our time because we have callers. We're trying to find a way to provide some level of balance so that callers can also have enough time to be treated. All right, so what do we have next? Looks like we lost her. There are so many callers standing by right now. I saw Kamara Bintu trying to connect, but it didn't work. Let's go on to hear Winifred. I just got a notice of meeting from Charms. I'm now part of the members. Oh yes, that's one thing that you benefit from being a stock shareholder. You get to be a part.
Hello, Coach. Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon to you, Winifred. Thank you very much for joining. Tell us where you're streaming from, since I've mentioned your name already.
My question is this: I'm a newbie and I want to start buying stock. Now I have AfriVest, but my problem is I'm contemplating between AfriVest and Bamboo. Which of them should I use? Although early this year, I encouraged my husband to invest with Numbeg, and it has been doing well. But the thing is that I just want to start buying my stock, but I have not really had anybody to properly coach me on how to do it, and I don't want to make mistakes.
Okay, you are in the right place. By the way, what is Numbeg, please?
It's an investment platform. I think it's a private cooperative where you invest a certain amount of money, and it's just like a money market fund.
Okay. If it is a cooperative, that's right. Just hoping that it is licensed to operate and okay for the safety of your capital. Remember, 2 rules of investing. Number 1 rule, do not lose your capital. Number 2, don't forget rule number 1. Very simple.
The rule number one. Yes.
Now, first thing to secure your capital is knowledge. And that's why we advise that you gather knowledge. I know, having been in the stock market for 27 years, that you can't teach stocks in 2 hours session and go away. You need a platform to continue to come to hear and to learn and to understand the market. The market is also very dynamic. A lot of changes happen. While you are in an environment like this, you get quick knowledge, but you also get quick help to get started while being guided and learning yourself. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram. If you do,
I just came across your live now, and
you are a
it was
first
what I have
timer.
been looking for. Who to guide me? That was why I joined.
All right. So I set up these free mentorship platforms, all my social media handles, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. There are videos very helpful for you as a beginner to learn more. And then we are on Discord group as a group. We are called Net Worth Investors Club. If you want to join, send me a DM on Instagram. I will send you the link to join. The link is strictly based on invitation. That's because we keep
Okay.
scammers out and spammers out for the safety and cybersecurity of members. The link is directly released from me. That's why you need to get it from me, and it changes from time to time. So even when I share the link on a comment section anywhere that is public, it must have expired before anybody breaks in to use it. That's the way we operate. We are over 2,400 members already. There are most of them Nigerians abroad and some Nigerians in Nigeria. Then there are also some foreigners. All of these platforms will now give you that basic knowledge, and you can ask as many questions as possible in the group. With or without me, we have very active and experienced admins and members who can easily respond to your questions very fast. Even the basic question you ask now about using Afro-Investor or Bamboo, very simple. So you are very much in the right place where you will start investing while still acquiring knowledge. I will send you the link to open a stock brokerage account that is easier to navigate. Then you can use
Okay.
Bamboo for foreign stocks, because some fintech apps actually charge you more in commissions. So these details may not be known generally, but we know that you are being charged for using fintechs that are not licensed brokers. Not that it is illegal, but because when they provide their platform, the app for you to use, they are affiliated to registered brokers who will now also charge you transaction fees that is standard. Therefore, you are unknowingly paying double transaction charges. And we are in this to make money. So if we are in it to make money, then we should eliminate any extra costs to the barest minimum. That way, we will maximize our profits. You see?
All right, sir. Is it the same name on what's the name on Instagram? Let me send the DM right away.
Instagram handle the same at Wealth Coach Omiete. That's the Instagram handle.
Oh, okay.
Facebook the same. I've typed it right there. Anybody else who needs to join Network Investors Club or needs a link to open your brokerage account, feel free to send to me via Instagram. I emphasize Instagram because I easily respond there. Here on TikTok, it is choked with too many DMs and yours might just go missing. Is that okay?
All right, sir. I will do that right away.
Thank you very much, and
Yes,
we
sir.
look
Thank you.
forward to your flying start.
Thank you, sir.
UK views, you are next on the line. Now, OJ is asking, is Charm's current price a good entry price? OJ, where have you been? We've all sat here and watched Charms from 2 naira to 210 to 215 to 230 to 235, and now it's 257 on maximum gains and full boom. How can we say if it is good to buy? Can you imagine if the transactions are going quick and fast? Almost 500,000 shares just traded on Chams, right? A lot is going on. What have they heard about Chams that they are rushing? Well, already in the bus, and we can only keep flying. This reminds me of the lady who called in and said she wanted to buy a car, but she decided to hold on. She wasn't seeing a good car at 7 million naira, so she's invested in the stock market. And she told us how she packed Charms and packed Charms and packed Charms. I'm sure she's somewhere now smiling. Hello,
Hello, good afternoon, coach.
very good afternoon to you. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
I'm UK Views. I'm calling from UK.
Thank you very much for joining. Go ahead.
I will say thank you so much for all you do. It's just like a month now that I've just joined and been listening to you via YouTube. And obviously, I was able to link your TikTok, and I've started listening to you on TikTok. You've been doing a great job, and I really appreciate all you do.
Thank you.
My question is, before I traveled about 13 years ago, I've been with a broker I've been with them for about 5 years before I traveled. But before I traveled, I requested for my stock position in which I was given to. I printed it and I brought it down here. And about 1 month ago, I just called them to send me my stock position, and I realized the units have reduced. And I was wondering why, because I never requested for sales. So, and I've been ringing them. I've sent several emails. I've rang, spent a lot of money calling, and I went to their app to chat with them, sent them my everything, my CHN number, my account number, and up till now, no answer, no request. Nothing is done. Could you please advise me what I can do?
Very, very simple. First things first, do you still have the initial stock position sent to you?
Yes, I do.
All right. Have you ever done any email laying your complaints to them?
I've done several emails.
Beautiful. Now you're going to threaten the last one. And you will tell them that if they don't respond, you are going to petition them to the Securities and Exchange Commission.
All right.
And then in this final threat letter, you're also going to copy SEC so they can see that you are about to write SEC and SEC is in copy of this final threat. Please carefully, concisely, don't make it too bogus. Itemize the major challenge and make it very sharp. So SEC will be reading and they will notice that SEC is in copy, and I can assure you they will wake up.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Do you follow me on Instagram?
Yes, I do.
Send me a DM requesting for the email of the Securities and Exchange Commission. Before today rolls out, I'll send you that email address in which you will copy when you are doing this final mail to them.
All right. Thank you so much. Really appreciated.
All right.
God bless.
God bless you.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay, Kingswheel Oriako, you are next on the queue. While we're trying to connect with you, let's go on and see. A lot of companies did reconstruction. What shares does she have? Well, she needs a proper explanation. Reconstruction or no reconstruction, where are the stocks that are missing? Very simple. If they did reconstruction, respond and tell me so I can confirm, do my due diligence and be sure that, okay, everything is fine. Not to keep quiet and ignore her messages, right? I'm looking to buy Champs, 750,000 units to add to my 2.75 million units. What price can I enter right now, coach? You have a lot. Akins, what price can you enter? If you ask me, I'll tell you to enter yesterday's price. But you know what? That will be difficult because as we speak, Charms, let's see. Charms is at 257 still. Full bid still. All those heavy 5 million and 6 million bids have been filled at 257 and still counting. Currently 48 million Charms traded. All right. So whatever price you see it, you can buy. You may be averaging up, but your entry price will still be low enough compared to what it's going for now. Coach, ask her if the stocks are not among those to the reverse, then just like, well, I shouldn't be asking all these questions. You heard she said she sent several emails and they've been ignoring her. Yesterday, I bought 24,000 shares of Champs at 2.35 kobo. Stanley Dozie. Awesome. All right. The last caller wasn't coming up. Let's go on to the next. We have This thing keeps reshuffling the callers, and we have too many callers. Okay, let's do it fast. Okay. Next on the line is Discovery. After Discovery, it will be Onyin. So Onyin, mute your mic. When we're done with Discovery, you come up. Hello, Discovery, are you there? Let's make it fast. So many callers.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon. Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I came across your live stream here on TikTok, and I
Okay.
followed you here on TikTok. I followed you on Instagram and YouTube.
Fantastic.
I
Tell us
sent
where
you.
you're coming from.
I'm streaming from Nigeria, Abuja.
Fantastic. Go ahead.
Yeah. I've registered. Yeah. You sent me a link, so I've registered, and I'm about to start buying stocks. But I just want you to put more light and direct me on how to go about it. Which are the stocks that I can buy now, or maybe for short and long, so I will know. Although I'm a forex trader, but I've never done this for a very long time.
Send me a DM. Do you have a stock brokerage account already?
Yes, you sent me the link.
Has it been
Yes,
open?
you sent me the link, Atla. Yes,
All
I've
right.
registered.
Is the account working now?
It's working now.
Fantastic. There are more resources. Just one video we do. It's on my in my YouTube channel. How to buy and
Okay.
sell Nigerian stocks, Nigerian and foreign stocks using your phone. It's that video will give you the foundation. So you will not even look strange. It won't look strange to you anymore. In any case, the buying is it Atlas you open an account with?
Yes.
Okay. I also have how to navigate because you need to know how to navigate the Atlas platform. There are 3 videos there. 2 of them were actually Morgan Capital platform, but exactly the same with Atlas. 15 minutes, and then the long one by Atlas also. 3 of these videos will help you understand the platform. I think that's where to start. Don't rush into what to buy yet. Please understand how to use the platform because it's difficult to teach that in a live session. You need a screen, you need to watch it, and that's why it's on my YouTube channel as a video.
Okay.
Then, are you
Because I
on
had you.
what group?
No.
Good. These
I've
are
sent you.
you sent a request.
Yes. And I've sent you a message on Instagram.
Beautiful. I will respond to that.
Yeah.
At the end of today, I should be able to respond to all those DMs. And then, of course, you'll be on your way to getting started fully. Feel free, everybody, when you join the Discord group, to read through the welcome message. Very important because there are about 3 channels there now. Apart from the landing page where you arrive at when you follow the link, there is the channel for discussing foreign stocks, there's the channel for discussing Nigerian stocks, and then there's the channel for reading foreign stocks. So read the instruction very well and make sure you follow those instructions. A lot of people don't read. When a welcome message drops, because they remain there, and before you know, they will be asking questions whether they don't discuss here. So that's the way we are in the group. When you join, feel free and ask any questions. People will respond very quickly to you. That's the nature of that group, and nobody is going to demand money from you forever. Never ever fall a victim of anybody coming to pose with a fake account, for instance, even on Instagram, TikTok, or wherever you are, using my DP. There are fraudsters everywhere. I will not come to your DM first. If you message me first, I will respond. So this is how to know scammers. They use my face to follow you. It's a scammer because I will not follow you. I don't. That's one of the ways we use to protect people. I don't follow you, so you know that anybody that follows you with my picture is fake. They can twist the name wealth coach something, spell it anyhow just to look like me with my face, but it's not me. Number two, I won't come asking you how is your stock doing. Everything is open and plain in the group, live here, and on YouTube. Anywhere else, all responses are open and plain, unless you have a one-on-one discussion with me and you must have initiated it. So do not send money to any criminal who comes to you. It is Net Worth Investors Club, not investment club. So we don't take money from people to do nothing. It's a do it yourself club. That's why we teach you. Once you do it, everything you are doing comes to your account. Everything you know, this password, the sign in, everything is between you and the broker. That's how we have made it. So cut off every criminal from duping people. I hope that's okay, sir. We lost him there, but I hope you got me. And we go on to the next, Ola Bami, because I saw that we missed out Oyin, who was standing by. Perhaps the network didn't let her get in. So, okay. Grams, you are next. We lost Olabami as well. Maybe it was a mistaken call, whatever it is. Grams, are you there? Hello.
Hi, Coach. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please put your mouthpiece. You can hear me. There's a
Oh,
lot
sorry. Can you hear
of
me clearly?
better now. Go ahead. Let me know where you're coming from, sir.
Okay. My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Edo State, Nigeria.
Emmanuel from Edo State. We're glad to have you. Thank you very much. Go ahead.
Yes, Coach. Thank you. I want to say a very big thank you for this platform you've created. It's worth more to be much more than to be free. I joined this your platform 3 months ago, and I've been investing bit by bit. I'm just a young guy who've read books about stocks and all that, and I want to improve more. Right? I want to improve more. I don't know the advice you got for me. I have a small business, a small printing business. I'm also a freelancer. I don't know. I'm glad that I have this opportunity to speak with you. I don't know if you have any advice for me. That will be it. Thank you very much, Coach. And also, sorry, lastly, I messaged you on Instagram. You did send me a link, but when I got the message, because I'm not that too active online, when I got the message, I think the link has expired. I was unable to do anything with it. That's it. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Naturally, the link expires with time. Like I said earlier, it is for the cybersecurity and safety of members. So intruders can find their way into the group. We are not looking for numbers really. We are looking to help people here. So, by all means, we try to cut off any means to keep scammers getting people to spam the group, right? So just do me another thing. I'm saying it's expired. I'll just say, right? That's about that. For your desire to know more, that's very, very impressive, if you like. And I can always give you one or two heads up in terms of what books to read so that you can improve your knowledge of the market and everything about stocks. For instance, maybe I should just mention one of those books. I've already done book reviews here before. It's been a while since we did that. And for your information, even those who are listening who have been a part of the several book reviews of the same sets of books, about 4 or 5 of them, that's not all you need to learn about the market. For instance, there's one particular book called The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. And then maybe some other books to help you improve your personal finance and money management skills, because all of these things are things that are learned. Nobody was born with them, and so therefore anybody else can come learn and become good at what we do. So that's one book I would recommend for you, The Intelligent Investor, and maybe any other. Just do me a DM about it. I will also be able to hear more of exactly what you want and point you to that direction. I hope you heard me and that's okay. All right. Okay.
Yes, coach. Thank you very much, coach.
Good. Next on the line is Awele. Awele, are you there? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
It's good to have you. Please tell us your name and where you're calling.
Okay, my name is Awele and I'm coming from Nigeria,
Where in Nigeria?
Delta State.
Awele from Delta. Thank you for joining. Go ahead with your
Thank you
question.
for having me, sir. Please, I tried getting Cadbury stock, but every time I try, even when it goes through, they cancel the order and return the money. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
What platform do you use?
Bamboo.
That's where the problem is. You're bidding for Cadbury, but you can't really see. It's almost like bidding blindly. When others are selling at 40, buying at 47, you may be looking at yesterday's price of 43, and your bid remains at 43. You can't see that they are already bidding at maximum, and therefore
Okay.
bid gets turned down every passing day. For instance, today Cadbury is on full bid again, and it's at 48.
Okay.
Maybe if you have called
Okay,
in
sir. So what can I do?
now, this is the point. If you had typed in to ask, how much is bamboo? I mean, how much is a Cadbury right now in the market? That could have given you a better idea of how much to bid so that it gives you the chance of your bid being successful. You understand that? So that's what we will do from now. Since you want to keep using bamboo and any other app that doesn't give you real-time data transmission, this is the challenge. It's like ask. Are you on the Discord group? Awele, are you on the Discord group? Well, if you can hear me, the Discord group is another place to quickly ask a question, even if we are not live. For instance, the market opens at 10 a.m. Nigerian time. We are only coming up live at 12 noon. So if you can ask any questions there, how much is this stock? How much is that stock? There are so many people very happy to respond very fast. Then you can make up your mind today, because I am assuming if you had asked a question like that as of yesterday, you would have bought at 43 and today is now 48. But unfortunately, because you didn't know, these are the challenges that you get faced with. I hope that clarifies you. I guess she's not hearing us anymore. We'll proceed to the next. If you miss out on any part of this video, feel free to check out the YouTube channel. That's why everybody needs to be on YouTube, subscribe and follow, so that you can always get the full video on or before 6 p.m. every day of our live session. Right? Next on the line is Ziz Dabs. Ziz Dabs, are you there? While you are coming up, let's see. 5% up on tip, bought after the massive sale. Victor Welt. Wow, we have powerful snipers.
Sorry, please, it's a mistake. Sorry about that.
Okay,
Sorry,
not
please,
a
stop me.
problem.
The mistakes.
Life is full of mistakes, not a problem. So we go on. Next is Muftau Dauda. Let's see what's happening with tip at the moment.
Hello, coach.
Hello, good afternoon. Your name,
Hello.
where you're coming from. Let's make it fast. We have just about
Hello, coach.
15 minutes today.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're streaming from.
Hello. I'm Mufta Adada calling from Ibadan.
Ibadan. Go ahead, Muftau.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I shared Atlas link with one of my colleagues in office, and we filled the form since last week. Today now, instead of her to get the information for registration, that's the username and the password, what was sent to her back was account opening form and link
Okay.
from Atlas.
Do you have the WhatsApp number of Atlas?
Yes, sir.
All right. I think you can get her to chat with them so they can follow up closely. It's easier done that way, since you're not the account holder and they can't be interacting with you. That's one thing we need to understand. At some point, you leave the person to the broker to communicate. It's good that you are highlighting it here now, but give her their WhatsApp number and
Okay,
communicate
sir.
directly with them, because even if I refer you to Atlas or any other,
Okay.
it
Then secondly, there was an elderly woman I called you about like 3 months ago, which she also filled the form. Then after that, we requested for global search of CSCS. Ever since then, I'm not sure if they've responded to her.
you will have to give them some time, because CSCS is not under their maximum control. Sometimes they face hitches. The same thing I'm saying right now. Let the woman email them or chat them up for details of how far they have gone with the global search,
Okay.
because it's not you, so you can't take all of the information that they might
Okay,
have for
sir.
the person. In any case, Atlas, continue the chat with
Okay,
Atlas.
okay, coach.
Just
Thank you so
put
much, sir.
in the comment section that you should provide the name of your friend in the office. Thank you very much. So carry on with the chats on the comment section with Atlas. Okay.
All right.
All right, who do we have next? We have a big bay. Let me know quickly if it's a mistake. We have just 14 minutes to go, and I need to take as many calls as possible. Coach, why is Facebook going down while others have recovered and even going higher? Because they want you to buy cheap, buy now. Because after now, don't look for who is going up. I've said it severally. If all the prospects shared, all the analysis done about First Bank is appealing to you, be happy that it's going down so you can board the bus. Have you not heard many people crying for Aradel to hold on and not go up? Baba Gift, get the point.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
I hope everyone can hear me. Yeah, I have few questions that I would like to ask.
All right, hold on a bit. Just tell us your name and where you're streaming from. Let's start from there.
Okay, my name is Abegbe. I'm calling from Nigeria,
Where in
Lagos,
Nigeria?
Nigeria.
Lagos. Abigbe from Lagos. Thank you for joining. Go ahead with your questions.
Okay, the first question that I want to ask is, I know somebody did mention it yesterday on the live, but I didn't hear you answer it. Is there on a healthy level and doing the right thing, is there a number of stock? Is there like a band of stock that somebody's supposed to have? So I mean, should you have more than 20? Should you have more than 10, or should you just have 5? That's number one question I would like to ask. Number two, second to that is the UPDC. I think I put it on the chat. I think you missed it. The REIT one stock. I really want to hear your opinion on that. And also the Atlas platform. I know is really good, but I want you to explain the whole part of when they say bid by price, bid by, I don't know if you can explain that.
Okay, because we do not have the time for the detailed explanation for that atlas, you will send me a DM. I explain all of that so I can send you the link on my YouTube channel. Is that fine?
Okay, I'll do
So
that.
let's do
Yes, I
this.
will.
Send me a DM, I'll send you the link. There are 3 links I'll send to you. Take your time, go through, you will become a pro. Number 2, your question about UPDC rate. UPDC rate is 6 naira 50 kobo at the moment, and it promises in the future to be a good stock to keep if they maintain a good performance. The nature of REITs is that they pay up at least 70% plus of their profit after tax as dividends. So for those who have a passion for real estate and they want to invest, it is in the REITs that they have a good opportunity to get regular rental income. But it's nothing strange, it's nothing new. It's not different from other stocks that pays dividends regularly as well. The question is, how much are they making and how much does 70% of their profit after tax amount to when it compares to how much you get based on the number of shares you own? Basically, you invest in the stock market for maximum returns in capital gains and dividend income. UPDC is among the 3 REITs selling at 650 is the cheapest. If you want to be patient, you can start buying at around 6 naira, patiently picking up until you are done. Otherwise, the others are Union Homes 50 naira per share, SFS rate 249 naira per share. 3 years ago, SFS rate was selling for 50 naira per share, and then because of the regular value created via dividend income, the stock price has shot from 50 to 249. Now, on to your first question. And what was it again? Time is running out, so I don't delay others.
Okay, so the first one that I asked was, is there a number? Is there a
All
bracket
right, I
number?
get the point now. There are no hard and fast rules. A lot of times it depends on the volume of cash you have. For instance, if someone has 500,000, you can't go and start buying 20 stocks. But if somebody has 500 million, you can see 20 solid viable stocks that meets your investment criteria and you buy up them, all of them. So your portfolio range of stocks simply depends on how much you have as capital to be invested, and two, how viable those stocks are, whether they meet your criteria or not. So the lower the capital, the fewer the stocks. No hard and fast rules. Is that fine?
Yeah, that answers it.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
Okay, we go on to Donald Ngam. Let's make it fast. We have just 8 minutes to go. So, what do you think about PZ? Head the back to profitability. I will check and see, but they are actually losing at the moment. The main confusion and impediment to PZ is this situation behind or around their attempt to buy out minority shareholders, which the minority shareholders are unhappy with at the moment. The terms are not very okay with them. Okay, Olabami, you are next. While we're trying to connect with Olabami, Champs just announced their AGM coming up on 24th this month. Maybe someone has seen something great regarding what to expect from the AGM, right? Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Very good afternoon to you. Please tell us your name and where you're streaming from.
My name is Pleasant. I'm calling from United Kingdom.
Pleasant. We are so pleased to have you today. Thank you for
Thank you,
joining.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
My question is not really much. I have not been into shares, though my husband has been into shares, and he has been one forcing me to like go into it and just know what it's about. So he bought some shares for me in Fidelity last year, and when it was around 9
Naira.
something, yeah. So
That's
and
it.
now that I see it, I was really happy about it with the rate at which it has gone to, though it's fluctuating 2019 and all that. So now I'm really interested and I really want to go into it. So I've been looking at a couple of shares and I'm really confused on which one to buy. I don't know. I have some naira I want to invest on, and I'm not sure of which one to really go into. Though I still want to buy more of Fidelity shares. I heard you talked about it like it's a good buy, but I want to know more apart from the Fidelity on which one will be for a long time goal that I can actually buy. And also, I've been trying to send you a message on Instagram for the platform you talked about. I've not been able to send you a message. I don't know why it's not going.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? I've been receiving messages. Okay. First things first, what stocks to buy? You may want to hold on and see how TIP bottoms out. Say TIP from under 9 naira. You already have your stock brokerage account, right? Or did you buy
Yeah,
that?
I'm with free vest, but I heard you said I can like we can change to Atlas or start with Atlas.
You
I've
can
not
use
really done Atlas. I don't know.
Okay, you can use any broker you will. There's no challenge at all as long as you are happy with what you are getting. It can be very fast and furious here, and some of these platforms are not able to give you that speed you need for execution. That's why we recommend what we use so that you don't get stuck. Just like the person who called in and said she has been putting in bids for Cadbury and haven't been successful for days. Okay, so I am thinking you may want to use some other Instagram handle to try to send a DM if it drops. Otherwise, because some of the stocks I'll mention here now may not be at their best later on.
Okay.
So it's always good. It's either you are part of the live session or you check through the YouTube videos if you miss them, so that you can update yourself. I'm trying to take a look. I mentioned one stock today, Academy Press, but unfortunately it's not available as we speak. The bids are still mounting, 4.2 million bids, no offers. While keeping an eye on Academy Press, I was also, at the time you're asking these questions now, it's not looking like most of these stocks usually good for starters are any more available. Okay, let's keep an eye on a stock like CWG. It's called, the full name is Computer Warehouse Group. They are all into information technology hardware. CWG currently 6 million offers versus 3.9 million bids. If CWG ever drops to 11 from the 1375, it is because it's going through a pullback now. Yesterday was 1345. Keep your eyes on that stock. If it drops anywhere close to 11, that will be a good entry point for that stock. First Bank is another one that offers future value. As we speak, in at today's price, you can buy First Bank at 25 naira. That's 25.95 currently. So anything 25, 26 is a good buy for First Bank going into the future. But don't forget, if you are unsatisfied with the volume of Fidelity Bank you have, this is a chance to also top up under 20. I hope that does it for you for now. And then going forward, much later, find a way to have RRD in your portfolio, because that stock is a lifetime keep. When it flies, you can't find it.
Thank you, sir. Just one more thing. What about this cocoa processing FTN?
FTN cocoa has gone too far. If you buy now, you are most likely going to burn your fingers. That's because we saw FTN cocoa less than a month ago at 198, 198 cocoa, and then boom, it flies to over 4 naira now. So it's looking too dangerous to get in at the moment.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have.
I'll keep trying for the message so I can get the link.
It's okay, no problems.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Pleasant. Bye. All right, so off we go. Who is our last caller right now? It's Mark Crazy Leg. He's been patiently waiting there, and I'm so sorry for anybody else who have not been able to take your calls or your comments. Cadbury is flying. Looks like Mark is not coming forth. Then the other person who has been standing by, Baturia Oga. Let's see if it's a mistake or not. FTN Coco, no offer. I was not able to send you a message on Instagram. Really? Why? Have they blocked me on Instagram? But I'm live on Instagram right now. Please, if you missed sending me a message on Instagram, keep trying. Could just be one Instagram glitch or the other. Please help check the health of Smurfit. Time will not permit me to do that right now. I'm so sorry. Make sure you come back with your messages tomorrow. It's another day. While Cora Footwear Collection says, what about Cadbury? We've been recommending Cadbury all the way from 24, even 19. And here we are. It's 48 full bid unavailable at the moment. Dream Chaser saying hi from Scotland. Oh, thank you very much, Dream Chaser. Appreciate your presence and your shout out. Mutual benefit assurance that we were seeing under 1 naira here has flown to about 130 something. That's almost 40% gained within a space of 1 week. Aren't you simply fortunate if you ever got into mutual benefit? Adair King says, is Jaiz a buy? Absolutely, as long as you can buy under 315 or thereabouts. My coach, what about Chelarams? Please be safe. I have not seen their annual report for a long time. Yes, Maobi, same thing with Prestige. Prestige actually waited very long for so many people to join. I don't know how many people were able to join Prestige, but here we are, currently 1 naira 23 kobo, almost 30% gained on Prestige as well. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining and being a part of today's live session. Really, really appreciate you for all your efforts at growing your money Hopefully, we'll do it again tomorrow. My apologies to everyone who was not able to call in or to be brought up. And then, of course, if I have not been able to also respond to your messages, never mind, tomorrow is another day. If you missed any part of the session and you want to recap, please do well to go onto the YouTube channel on or before 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Yesterday, it even came out around 4 p.m. on or before 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Today's live session, full recording will be uploaded for you to go back to, retrace, and immediately take special notes of some of those stocks that have been highlighted and analyzed for your investing pleasure. Until we meet again tomorrow, and while you are watching the YouTube channel, just the way you have been very actively sharing this live session, please do the same. Share that those YouTube videos. They will help souls. Can I tell you, you are saving a lot from financial decadence, and I'm sure that nature will eventually reward all of us for the little steps we take at making this place a better place for our fellow humans. Until we meet again tomorrow, same time, 12 noon to 2 p.m. Nigerian time. This is me thanking all of you, including Maobi, Oremos, and Atlas Portfolios. And remember, tomorrow is deal day. Friday, we could find some very good bargains. Until then, bye-bye for now.